All right, everybody. As you can see where I'm at the courthouse. It's Carolina's trial. You see, this is where we're at. The Tim Curry Criminal Justice Center. And I'm here for Carolina's trial. And it's kind of crazy because the person who wrote the affidavit is not the person who's testifying. It's a guy named Driscoll. Same trash that did me dirty. That did. What's up, John D? I'm here at Carolina's trial. I want to give y'all a little update, right? So there's one thing I want to point out that I didn't like right now, right? So the guy that they sent to testify about her being arrested did not, I repeat, Driscoll did not write the affidavit that was used for her arrest. It was another officer that was not here and testifying. And on cross-examining, when he was asked, has he read the affidavit that was put by another officer in court, he stated no. And they're contending that yes, that's her arrest in the commissioner's court. See, because they're trying to avoid claiming that her speech was used to arrest her, which that's what was done. See, so they're trying to say the disruption was whenever they were telling her to leave. I seen these motherfuckers running. I thought they was coming this way. Okay, so that's whenever. But the crazy part is whenever her attorney Mark was asking Driscoll if he remembered another encounter that same day and then he only mentioned CJ. That's it, CJ. The prosecutor objected to where he was trying to keep Mark, Carolina's attorney, from mentioning CJ's name from any further questions towards Driscoll. They objected. They told the jury to get out, and they argued about why they needed to ask that. And then the prosecutor, Lloyd, that's his name, Lloyd is the prosecutor. He also said that he's going to object to any mention of CJ and Mata. So there's not a question being asked about me, but he's already objecting to it before it even happens. So that's what's happening here. And again, the same judge that a jury gave her 30 days of her last sentence, and this same judge has her on probation right now. So it's the same thing happening all over again. Everything that her attorney is objecting to, he's overruling. Everything that the prosecutor objects to or bring forth, he's approving. He's allowing. And that's not a fair trial. It's not a fair trial when you already got people doing favors, right? And this is what I mean. Driscoll on stand stated that he doesn't know what's in the police report, the affidavit, and he didn't write it. And he didn't read it. He doesn't know what's in it. And in his interpretation, the disruption started when she was leaving, when they told her to leave and walk away. He said as soon as she started yelling that was a disruption. And they're saying it's not due to speech, but they can't circumvent it saying that's not what it is when clearly you have video evidence that proves it. So that's what happens here. You got guys coming to testify about affidavits that didn't even write it. Because it happened to me the same thing. I got slammed in the wall by two guys. They arrested me, and neither one of them came to testify. It was Driscoll. So he's an uncredible witness because he's biased against us. Yeah, and that's what they were trying to not, that's what they objected to. They were trying to show him being biased towards people who film, and us in particular. So they weren't allowed to mention me or CJ. The prosecutor objected to it. And he stated that every time they mention me or CJ that he's going to object to it. Which is crazy because he only overrules the arguments from the defense. That's what I mean, man. There's no justice here. Because real justice, she's allowed to face her accusers. You know? And then they subpoenaed Tim O'Hare, and the DA is the one who fought for him not to be called as a witness today. So these are the people that are responsible for her being arrested, but they're not here in court testifying against her. It's some guy who doesn't like us to begin with. And again, I'll mention this, just like Bassar and Phil Soros made this personal. The way they went to Austin to the jurisprudence and tried to get interfering bumped up from a third degree misdemeanor to a felony, just because they got tired of getting beat. So now they're gonna try to go and get some favors, which they're doing. And it's crazy. That's what I said, John. And he admitted on the stand that he did not read. So he does not know what that report says, that affidavit says. He admitted in court that he doesn't know what was written, but in his opinion, this. That's why I'm saying, man, it's important to understand your paperwork, the reports and everything, because they tried it with me too, but they lost on mine. They tried disorderly conduct, and my attorney, Tiffany Burks, mopped the floor with them. And the only thing that Bassar had was the 25-foot rule when I was on bond probation, because they changed it they keep moving the goalposts for him, because first that 25-foot rule started with me, that I couldn't be 25 foot from a traffic stop. I got in trouble, got arrested. Then they did it again. They said I couldn't be anywhere near any law enforcement activities because I got arrested in a building, right? So then they did that again to me. They did that shit again to me. But this time, he had to lie. And that's what happened. They lost disorderly conduct to where the only thing that they could plead on was, well, in that case, he had a 25-foot rule. So that's when they changed it to where if I'm in a building and I can't get 25 feet, I have to leave the building. So that's what they're doing. See, they set one set of rules and standards, but then when they need it to change, they'll change it for them in the courtrooms. So that's when I'm like, fuck them fools. You know what I'm saying? Because it's straight bullshit. Because on the stand, the motherfucker admitted he didn't read no report. He didn't read shit. So why is he up here testifying and he doesn't know what the fuck's been written? That's the part I don't get. So how is she facing her accusers when they're not even here? The people that wrote the report, Tim O'Hare, they're not here. They're not here. So I'm just giving y'all an update, people. I'll come back. I'll come back in a little bit because they're breaking for lunch. So just everyone, I'll give y'all updating. But the first half is straight bullshit. There's no justice here. They're doing the same thing. Protect the donors. You know what I'm saying? They want to protect Tim O'Hare. They want to protect their boss, Bill Wayborn. They want to protect everybody except law and order and justice. So when you come to these courts, you videotape them, you put them on the internet, they call you all kinds of shit that's not true. So y'all be safe, and I'll get back to y'all as soon as I can. What happened?